Well, episode 30 on Labor Day.
I am now unmuted in OBS to see how it sounds.
David, how's it sound? Because it doesn't sound great on my end. But all that matters is what David hears.
It sounds much better. I can hear it. I'm listening. I'm watching the stream of
Oh,
the little
okay.
playback. Sounds a lot better. So I think I have a feeling it was using my webcam mic before. Like you could still hear like the fuzzy background, but it's not way better than what it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, we good?
Yep. We should be good.
All right, sick. Hey, everybody. Happy Labor Day and welcome to episode 30 of Sonoran Sports Cards. We're going to kind of talk about every sport in a little bit. Obviously, with an emphasis on football because the season starts on Thursday. So
Finally.
let's get to basketball first. There was the only news in basketball was there's a huge trade. A lot of speculation about where Donovan Mitchell would go, and it has been confirmed that he is going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers sent Jazz forward Lauri Markkanen, rookie wing Ochai Agbaji, and Colin Sexton, who's definitely the best player out of the deal, and then 3 unprotected first-round picks and 2 pick swaps to the Jazz for Donovan Mitchell.
That's a
So
big deal for the Cavaliers.
yeah, it's a hefty price to pay. The Jazz, they traded away Rudy Gobert earlier on, so they're doing the straight blow it up completely and get as many draft picks as possible, which they've proceeded to do. Them and the Thunder are each going to have like 2 first rounders in the next like 4 drafts or something crazy like that. Like, yeah, it's wild. And the Jazz still have a couple players to sell. They have Mike Conley and Bogdanovich, who are not who they shouldn't keep by any means. They are not a long-term players. They will help them win games, which is I don't think they want to do
Yeah.
that right now. But yeah, as far as the Cavs are concerned, they are getting not a star. I don't think
And
Donovan Mitchell's.
maybe he will be on the Cavs, dude.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell is ever going to be like the guy, but as somebody surrounded by other great players like the Cavs are, that's a formidable team. You got Darius Garland at the point, you got Donovan Mitchell at the shooting guard, and then you got Evan Mobley at the 4 and Jared Allen at the 5. Those are 4 great players. As far as small forward or the 3, they're hoping that I guess Isaac Okoro grows into that, but I don't know. That's still a question mark there. Maybe they can make another trade and get all they need is somebody that can play some defense and drain threes. That's all they would need at that position.
Yeah.
Because Garland and Mitchell are both not the best defenders, but Allen and Mobley are some of the best defenders in basketball. So they should theoretically be able to clean up most of it, but it would be nice to have somebody that could at least be an on-ball defender of like the team's best like shooting guard or and small forward, that kind of deal.
I think that's a pretty good
Which they're hoping
look at that.
Isaac can be, but he has proven to be an alright defender, not a good shooter though, so they're hoping that gets a lot better. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean there is
That's
talk about him going to your team, the Heat.
that would have been
Obviously,
nice.
yeah, obviously Tyler Hero would have had to have been involved in that for sure. And I don't know what else. Probably your favorite player, Robinson, Duncan Robinson,
Oh
but
yeah, did you know how much I love Duncan Robinson? Especially that giant extension they gave him to be mediocre is really cool.
yeah, he had to hit like 30% of his threes. Yeah, I know.
Awful, but
Absolutely
yeah,
goaded.
I don't know what they're gonna do now, man. Because Jimmy Butler needs some kind of help, unless they want to like try to force Tyler Hero onto the court more.
Yeah, I think that's what the Cavs get the most out of this trade is if you watched any of their like games later on in the season, like they just kind of slowed it like as the game progressed and it got later and later, their offense kind of fell apart, but Donovan Mitchell is a guy that even though he's not a superstar, he is one of those people that can make buckets at late in the game. So they have him and Garland to both do that now, which is
Yeah,
huge. So
it's a big deal
I
for
don't
them.
know. I don't think they're going to be the best in the East by any means because the East is actually pretty good now. But I think they'll be competing for like a 4
Yeah, I was gonna
spot,
say
in the
I
playoffs,
think they'll
something
be a
like that.
contender for sure.
Yeah, because they were already a play-in team. They were actually better than a play-in team, but then Mobley got injured. Or sorry, not Mobley. Allen did. and then they fell. So, but I think with this team, they should be able to
I
be
think
like
I think
upper
I
playoff team
think
for sure.
I think adding someone like Donovan Mitchell to the team is going to make one of the other players stand out as more of a possibility of being a star player.
Hmm.
So I think they're going to be competitors for sure.
Yeah. Now on to baseball. A couple episodes ago, we talked about Aaron Judge and his movement towards the home run record for a season. He's not going to get there, but he's still cranking it, and he's at 54. Not enough games for him to get to the 70 something mark that he has to get to, but he could definitely get to 60, 65 even, which
Still an
is
impressive feat.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is one of the best home run seasons ever. And to not be on roids, that's pretty damn good. So, but the issue with that is he's pretty much the only thing that's having helping the Yankees to win any kind of games right now. The Yankees have actually been pretty bad
Have they really?
the past like
That's
month or
rough.
so. Like they've been below 500 baseball, and Aaron Judge is pretty much the only reason they've won games. Everybody else has been shit. But Giancarlo Stanton is coming back, so they'll have two formidable bats in the lineup now, which that's huge. I mean the World Series not or playoffs aren't a month away, so we're getting close. We're getting to the point of the season where I
Oh, it is,
start
isn't
actually
it?
giving a shit about baseball. So I've been following because I have this my friend and I we have it's not necessarily fantasy, but it's kind of like fantasy baseball. It's called sorare.com. It's through that. You essentially get like NFTs of players for like free, and you like compete with them like in kind of a fantasy format, but you can win like actual valuable NFTs from it and like and get them back. So
Interesting.
it's kind of cool. We're trying to figure out how it works necessarily, like, but it's fun, I would say. So I've
That sounds interesting.
been keeping more track of baseball through that, and honestly, I've been having like dreams about playing baseball again. So I think I want to do something. I don't know, just join some beer softball league or some crap like that. I've been thinking about it, but
I'm sure it'd be fun.
yeah. The other dude that we talked about their home runs. This is not this season. This is all time. Uh, Albert Pujols. I talked some shit the last time, saying he wasn't gonna get to 700. Like there wasn't any way because he's only on like 4 or something for this season. But since we talked about that, he has gone off and he's at 16 home runs now, which means he only has 5 more to get to
Oh,
700.
he's
And
been cranking them.
he has a month to do it. My friend David, or our friend David, has been sending me pretty much every home run that he's hit because David's a Cardinals fan and Albert Pujols is probably his favorite player. I don't know if that's true, but he can say in the comments. If you are a Cardinals fan and you've been a Cardinals fan for the 2000s, I don't know how Pujols isn't your favorite player. He's just kind of been the Cardinals and cranking bombs is what he does. So how can you not like that third baseman who cranks homers? So, but yeah, I mean, I hope he gets 700. He's a cool dude. So all the power to him. I didn't
I
think it was
mean,
possible, and he has proven me to be an idiot. So
yeah, he'd be popping off, dude.
yeah, go for it, Pujols. Soccer, we're through game week 6 in the Premier League, and Arsenal's still in front, but they lost this past week, so they're only 1 point ahead of Manchester City and Tottenham, who are tied for second and third place. Technically, Manchester City has second place because they have a higher goal differential, which is like the tiebreaker, but they're on 14, so it's tight still, but it's early in the season, so it always is. Liverpool is still underperforming. They only have 9 points, which is I don't know. It starts to get to be a pattern, right? You can only write it off as it's just the beginning of the season for so long until it actually gets to be like, are they going to actually be competitive this year? I mean, I had them to be second in the
Maybe
league,
they're just
and
having a bad year.
yeah, they're having an issue of scoring goals, which for Liverpool is kind of crazy to be honest with you. But yeah, they had one game where they scored 9, so their goal total looks inflated. But if you take that game in which they scored 9, they've played 5 games and have scored 6 goals in those other 5 games, which is not good. So I hope Liverpool does good just to keep it competitive. I think Arsenal's going to fall off a little bit, but
Arsenal's
I
gonna take it
definitely,
all, bud. So be
I
careful.
mean, as of right now, they could. I just think they're a year away from that, but we'll see.
Yeah. See how it pans out.
Erling Haaland is insane. I've been messaging Mikey about that. Through his first 6 games, he has 10 goals.
Yeah,
So,
I get a message quite often about that player.
yeah, 2 hat tricks, 10 goals. So I'm stoked about that because as far as we haven't had a good striker since Aguero, which has only been like 3 years since he was like banging them in. So, but it's been 3 years of people always been like, oh, well, City, as good as they are, they're not going to win a Champions League because they don't have a striker. Well, now we have the best young striker in soccer, so they can shove it up their buttholes on that one. Now, Mikey's favorite sport, football.
Yes, sir.
So, Mikey, when's the season start?
Season starts on Thursday, which is the 8th of this month. It is the Thursday night game.
With an absolute banger too.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking that we could do was kind of do a pick'em style thing and keep track of who we think's gonna win, and each week update you on who won that week, and then maybe have a running total throughout the whole season.
See who gains more points, see who just does better. I'm down. Sounds like a good
Yeah,
time to
because
me.
it's definitely the sport that we both like the most as far as like shared interest. Like I wouldn't say I like football the most out of them all. I like basketball, but I like football a lot, and Mikey loves football, so
I
it's
do love
definitely
football. And I already have a spreadsheet made to track our picks, and we also have our friend who's always in the chat, like he is right now, is David. He made his own picks, so I will be doing a count for his as well, and we'll be mentioning what team he is choosing.
As we run through our picks, we'll say what David picked too for each game.
Yeah, just so people know.
For sure. So the first one up is the Thursday night football game to kick off the season. It is
pull up the thing
the
here.
Bills versus the Rams. Which I mean has to be one of the best games of the entire season. And we're gonna start off with that bad boy. So that's
absolutely.
Yeah, that's nice. Do you know where it is? Is it LA or is it Buffalo? I imagine it's in LA since they won the Super Bowl, but I don't necessarily.
Look, I have my list pulled up, but I can just pull up the actual thing on Google. That way I can see where they're playing.
Yeah.
They're playing in LA.
Yeah, they are. It was literally in front of me when I asked the question.
Yeah, so it's I was also staring at it, and I was like, where does it say what stadium they're at? Then I saw at, and I was like, oh wait.
yeah, the at was right in front of my face, and I was like, where is this gonna be at? I don't understand.
So if you're looking on Google, it looks like the team that's on the bottom is the home team. Is the trend.
Yeah. So Bills Rams. Mikey, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna open up stronger than the Rams are. Because I think the Bills are the best team in the NFL right now, which I think a lot of people do, Because I feel like they were only getting better and better, and Josh Allen I only see improvement coming out of Josh Allen. So I think the Bills are going to come out strong, and I think they're going to do the entire season strong, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so when I try and do these pick'ems, in my mind, there's like 2 things that matter. I like who has the best defense and who has the best quarterback. So who has the best defense? I would say that the Rams do. Who has the best quarterback? I would say that the Bills do. So for sure, because I love me some Josh Allen.
Yes, sir.
I'm so close on this. I think I'm gonna say the Rams.
You want to say the Rams? Okay.
Just because I think Aaron Donald's a monster. Obviously, if the Rams decide to nut up and suspend him for what he did in the preseason, then I'll change my pick. But as of now, they've been handling it internally, which Mikey and I both talked about this weekend when we were fishing together. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, he should have been suspended, which is absolute horseshit.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the Rams are dealing with it internally, I was like, oh, so there's not going to be anything that happens, because why would they choose to suspend their best player? Like, what? Not just their best player. In my opinion, the best player of the NFL.
Yeah, I think he's the best player in the NFL. On the NFL top 100 list, he should have been number 1.
Yeah, especially like when you compare him to other players at
his
position.
It's literally just because he's not a quarterback. That's the only reason.
Yeah. If I had to choose between 2 defensive tackles and Aaron Donald, I'd probably pick Aaron Donald.
Oh
honestly.
yeah, every time. He gets through double teams like nothing when you watch him play, dude. He just does everything.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me sick about saying that is he's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And we have to play him.
Aggro.
We have to play him twice a year, which is also annoying.
Yeah, and they have Jalen Ramsey, who's also an insanely good defender. So yeah, I'll pick the Rams on that one. So
okay,
a little bit of parity right off the bat.
And David, so everyone knows, also chose the Bills and Josh Allen. So And then on to the next game, I have the Eagles at the Lions. I think this one's, I'm going to go Eagles. That's pretty open and clear to me. I think the Eagles have an amazing roster after this last draft and offseason. So,
Yeah, I think the
and
Li-
free agency. There we go.
Lions are my pick for a team that was awful last year to not be that bad, but I also think the only question mark I have for the Eagles is their quarterback. Like, I think he's a good fantasy quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I don't know if he's actually a good quarterback.
Yeah, neither do I. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to judge so far.
But I mean, receivers. I love me some receivers, and the Eagles got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So yeah, give me the Eagles too on
Yeah.
that. Who David pick?
David picked the Eagles as well, so it looks like all three of us are
Nice.
going with the Eagles on that one.
Eagles across the
And
board.
then next up, we have the 49ers versus the Bears. 49ers are at the Bears, in case no one knows that. I think.
At least we get the Chicago game out of the way before it turns into shitty weather in
And
Chicago.
again,
Thank
guys,
God.
I'm gonna try my best to not be like super biased this season. Like if the 49ers end up playing poorly, and we start playing a good team, like I'm trying not to just choose the 49ers because I like the 49ers. I'll try to be honest about it. In this situation, I do feel like the Niners are just much better than the Bears. Just look at the roster, look at the depth chart, look at everything, and they're
Dude,
just
it's
better.
like you don't have to justify this. Just look at the
Yeah.
NFL top 100. We had 8 players on the list,
Yeah.
and the Bears had like I don't know none. And so like the Niners are a pretty good team. The Bears are a bad team. Like that's all like I'm gonna say. Like I'm going the Niners too.
Yeah.
I was upset, man. Speaking of the Niners, I was looking at Bleacher Report I have on my phone. They'd put out their power rankings. They had the 49ers 15th, man. I was like,
What?
yeah, they had the Cardinals ranked higher than them. I was like, this is bullshit, dude. Like,
It's weird because if you look at if you go to the NFL website, like all the
yeah.
analysts that do their power rankings and stuff, the 49ers are like legit top 5 every single time.
Yeah, I would have taken like 8th, because there's a lot of good teams in the NFL. But 15th or 14th, I was like, what?
That's just an insult. That's just them not
Yeah,
liking the
they
49ers.
just don't like Trey Lance.
That's all that
Is what it was. Was they're like, we don't know anything about Trey Lance, and I was like, well, in a game against the Bears, when we don't know anything about Justin Fields either, I'll take the Niners for sure.
Yeah,
All right, let's go
absolutely.
on. Well, who David pick?
David picked the Bears in that matchup.
Yeah, I don't. I wonder. Do you think he did that as just a slight towards us,
I
or?
100% think that was a slide towards us, to be honest.
All right, what we got next?
Next up, we got the Steelers versus the Bengals. I think the Steelers are going to be an okay team this year. I think that with Mitch Trubisky being they haven't stated that he's QB1 yet, but he is listed as a team captain and stuff, so it's pretty clear that he is currently filling the shoes of a QB1. I still even and Kenny Pickett, their backup, has looked really good in the preseason. Both quarterbacks did, but it's still kind of hard to tell if either of them are going to be like a franchise quarterback. I know that's why they picked up Kenny Pickett, but he hasn't really proven that yet. And I think the Bengals were just in the Super Bowl with Joe Shiesty, so I'm gonna go with that. The Bengals only improved. They improved their O line a bunch over this free agency, and I think the Bengals are going to be even better than they were last year. So I'm going Bengals on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I expect the Bengals. Obviously, they were in the Super Bowl. I don't think that was like how good they are. Like, I don't think they're actual. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year necessarily. But I think they're a good team, and I think, like you said, the Steelers are going to be an okay team.
Yeah.
Obviously, what comes down to is who has the better defense, which I think they're pretty even. The Bengals defense is actually supposed to be pretty good. They fixed up their O line this offseason, and they definitely have the better quarterback. So give me the better quarterback in that one,
Yeah,
Bengals.
Bengals. All
Who,
right. So
who
Dave
David pick?
David also chose the Bengals, so all three of us going the Bengals on that pick. Next up, we have the Patriots versus the Dolphins. This one's actually the first one that's kind of hard to pick one because
I don't.
I
This one's not hard for me.
as everyone knows, I really don't like Tua. I think he's shown literally zero flashes of being anything brilliant, and maybe he'll prove me wrong this year for Casey's sake. I hope he does. Mac Jones has already basically hit his ceiling. You're getting Mac Jones. So, and I haven't really seen any moves, to be fair, by the Patriots that I'm like, oh, they're going to be better this year. Like they didn't really do much of anything. The Dolphins did at least put improvements. Like Tua, I think was not good. I know the Dolphins have a good defense. And I think they just signed a bunch more weapons for Tua. So now that I'm actually thinking and laying it out in my head, I'm actually going to go Dolphins in this one too.
Yeah, I was gonna question the
Yeah.
shit out of you if you actually picked the
Yeah.
Patriots on that one because like both
After I ran it through my head, I was like, wait, no, I'm going with the Dolphins for sure.
both quarterbacks I feel like have the same ceiling, which is just like a game manager to be like even as like I own all this Tua stuff. I'm just hoping he has a good couple games out the gate. And this one I think he should have a good game because like if the quarterbacks are pretty equal, which I think they are, the defenses are pretty equal. The Dolphins just have like actual playmakers, and the Patriots have like nobody.
Yeah.
It's like who's their number one receiver? Like Jacoby Myers or Nelson Aguilar, or
Nelson.
I think they got the dude from the Dolphins, like that guy that Devontae Parker.
Oh,
I think might
Parker.
be their number one
Yeah,
receiver.
he'll be the number one, and he was just a number
Yeah,
two in Miami. He
yeah,
was a
and
number
the
one
Dolph
for like that one season, but that's about it.
versus the Dolphins who have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah,
Like, give me that. So give me the Dolphins.
yeah. So all three. David also go on the Dolphins on that one. It's not surprising with him being down in Florida. David's now just a Dolphins fan, probably. Um, next
Yeah,
up,
he said that the Tua hype in over there is insane.
yeah, he
Like,
did.
which I want to make it clear, I'm not actually like hyped up on Tua. I just think he should have a good start to the season. Then I hope to
Get
make money off
gains,
of
make
it.
the quick gains.
I
Yeah, I
I
got
am
you.
not holding Tua cards for long term success. That is, I'll make that clear.
Okay, so then next up we have the Browns versus the Panthers. I'll right off the gate. I'm just going Browns because I think the Panthers are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me because like the Browns have Jacoby Brissett as quarterback, and we know what that looks like. That's not good. They have Nick Chubb, but the Panthers have Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but honestly, like my vision for Christian McCaffrey, dude, is he plays like 5 downs and he's out because he like tore his ACL or something.
yeah, I think the Panthers are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, but I think at least for the games where it's Jacoby Brissett, I also think the Browns are going to be really
Like,
bad.
cause I think
Uh,
for the Panthers to be good this season, they're gonna have to do what they do every previous season because their roster's awful, and they put the entire workload on Christian McCaffrey, which is why he gets injured. And I think the same thing's gonna
yeah, but
happen.
this is week 1. That's why I'm thinking about this. Like if this game were happening like in week 6, I would be different, but I think I'm going to take the Panthers on this one
Are
actually.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no faith in Jacoby Brissett at all. Like, I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Jacoby Brissett. So.
Okay. I know that I respect the quarterback, but I think also looking at the defenses, I think the Browns' defensive line with Myles Garrett's gonna eat that Panthers O line alive.
Yeah, that's fair. Myles Garrett is definitely probably the best player in this whole matchup for
Yeah.
sure. So,
So David also went with the Browns for people wondering that. And the next one up is the Colts versus the Texans. We got Long Neck versus is it Matt Ryan?
Matty Ice.
Matty
Matty
Ice.
Ice.
Yeah, I think the Colts are expected to be a pretty good team this year. The Texans, I think there's still a question mark around Davis Mills to see what he
He
turns
did
out to
good
be.
enough to not lose his job
Yeah.
last year.
So there's just a big question mark on the Texans right now. Like I think they're going to be an okay team, but I don't see them being like a real playoff contender. The Colts I do see possibly being a playoff contender
Yo,
with
that
Matt
division
Ryan.
is like actually hot garbage, by the way.
Which
But,
one?
that division, the
Oh.
AFC South. Colts, Texans, Titans, and Jaguars, like actually hot garbage.
Oh, the Titans. We got the Titans. They're all right. But then this matchup,
think-
I'm going the Colts personally.
I think the team that wins that division is going to be like 9-8 or
yeah,
8-9.
something awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give it the Colts for sure. There's
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Taylor, who
Yeah.
is the best player on offense for either team, and the Colts defense is better than Texans defense. So give me the Colts.
All right. David also with the Colts in that one. Next up, we have the Saints versus the Falcons. I'm going Saints right off the bat because I think the Saints are actually expected to have a really good defense this year.
Yeah, give me the Saints. The Falcons are supposed to be one of the worst two teams in football. So
Exactly.
yeah, easy. Who David picked?
David also picked the Saints in that one. Next up, we have the Ravens versus the Jets.
Oh boy.
I'm going Ravens on this one.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, like in both the fantasy teams I have the Ravens defense.
Yeah.
Solely centered around this matchup right out of the gate. Like I'm like they're gonna
Oh,
give me so
yeah.
many points week 1. Like I can maybe I'll stream defenses, but I also think the Ravens
Yeah,
have just a good defense
yeah.
usually all the
No, they
time.
do. They,
So
they usually do. And then Zach Wilson is expected that he might be able to start week 1, but it's not
all
officially
right,
confirmed yet.
yeah,
So
and then on offense, the Ravens have legit MVP at quarterback. So
yep.
yeah, I'll take Lamar over who? Joe Flacco?
Yeah,
Like I don't.
Joe Flacco, man, he's gonna drop dimes. Watch.
Dude, there's so many matchups
Yeah,
where like quarterbacks are playing their old teams.
yeah,
Like
there actually is.
let's not forget Joe Flacco Ravens. You got Baker versus the Browns. You got Russ versus the Seahawks later on.
Yeah,
Like
and
there's a lot of the people planning this schedule definitely knew what they were doing. Is all I'm saying. Although don't know if they knew the Joe Flacco thing, but the other stuff I think they knew.
yeah.
But
Then next up we have. Oh, David also went the Ravens in that matchup.
yeah,
Then next
yeah,
up
I
we have.
definitely went Ravens.
Oh yeah, everyone.
Um,
I already had you down for Ravens. I already knew that. I typed that in before you even said anything because I know you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next up we have the Jaguars versus the Commanders.
Whew, this is a good matchup
Yeah.
of who gives a flying fuck.
Who's worse? Commanders have Carson Wentz. Now, I was on the Carson Wentz hype train when he got traded to the Colts because I was expecting him to really go back to his old MVP self if he stayed healthy when he did not do that. So, um,
So let's do this together right now. So quarterback, we got Carson Wentz versus Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence has the higher ceiling at this
yeah.
point, but they both were bad last year. Let's not give Trevor
Carson
Lawrence
Wentz
anything
has
there.
the veteran part at least going for him.
Yeah, running back,
So
we
I'm
got
gonna go with QB. It's a stalemate because I can't really choose one that I'd prefer over the other. Running back, who do we have?
Antonio Gibson on the Commanders versus Travis Etienne on the Jaguars,
Oof.
and James
And
Robinson.
ETN, we didn't really get to see him much last year, and I know he's been showing out in camp this off season.
Yeah. And then we got wide receivers. We got the Commanders. Got our boy Scary Terry.
Yeah, to be a scary Terry. That's
And
what I
the
was thinking.
Jaguars have Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Scary Terry is so much better than Christian Kirk.
I'm gonna have to go with the Commanders just because I think the Commanders with Chase Young. I know he got
Yeah,
injured. I think
Chase
actually,
Chase Young's probably the best player in this entire matchup,
Um,
and he's in an important position. So,
so
yeah.
I think the Commanders are expected to have at least like a 15-16 like middle of the group defense this year. I think they were last year. They were pretty good early on. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders here just because the defense.
Yeah, I honestly think the Commanders would be a good team if you're like if you're just trying to find a defense to play week 1 in fantasy and you wait until the
Yeah.
last pick to pick a defense. Commanders are probably a pretty good one because the Jags, I feel like, are gonna just keep sucking.
Yeah,
Obviously, I hope Trevor
when
Lawrence
your
does
number
good,
one
but
wide receiver is Christian Kirk, your offense isn't doing too hot.
and their defense is hot trash. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Commanders for me too. Who
yeah.
David pick?
David went Jaguars there. He's going with T-Law. So
Oh yeah, because he is a Jacksonville
yeah.
boy for sure. In his heart, he's from Jacksonville, Florida. So.
Yeah. And then over here we have the Packers. Let me see, pretty good guesses. I'm just seeing what David's saying. Put a smiley face. David was starting to say the other name for the Washington Commanders.
Oof.
Okay, then next up we have the Packers versus the Vikings. Packers? I mean,
I'd say defense. Packers defense is actually
yeah.
all right lately. And they're which means I go to the quarterback,
And
and
that's
it's not close for me there.
yeah.
So Packers for me too.
Yeah, I'm going Packers. David also went Packers. That was a pretty easy decision.
And the Packers also historically bitch the Vikings. So yeah.
And I feel like the Vikings did nothing to improve this year, so I don't think they're going to be that
although
great.
we do love Justin Jefferson. That will be one thing the Vikings have for them.
True. That is true. But you can't really say he's the best player in that game with Aaron Rodgers being there. So
Facts.
David also went with the Packers on that one. Next up, we have the Giants versus the Titans.
Another contender for the who gives a shit about this game. Out of there's some bangers and then there's some hot garbage, which I guess makes sense. Cause
with this one, I think I'm going to go with the Titans just because I think that Derrick Henry is the best player in this matchup, and I don't know. I just think the Titans. I think they have a solid defense and just a solid offense. I don't think they're like a crazy
I know,
team
but
this year,
they
but
don't have AJ Brown anymore, man.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I could still see them doing something.
Like they have no reason for you not to just load the entire box.
You're not
To
wrong.
stop Derrick Henry
You're
like
not you're
anymore.
not wrong, but I don't think the Giants have anything either, to be honest.
No, I don't either. I mean, I picked the Titans in this too. Like, but
Titans. Okay.
I just think both these teams are gonna be shit tier.
Yeah. David went with the Giants on this one.
All right, sick.
All right. All right. So David's
A little bit of parity.
Yeah.
All right, that's always good.
Next up, we have the
You got the David matchup here.
we got the Raiders versus the Chargers.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, I think we've said it before. Our friend David's a Raiders fan.
Yes, sir.
This
Pretty obvious what David chose here, guys. He chose the Raiders.
yeah, we talked about how the AFC South was hot garbage. This is
Yeah.
along with the NFC West. The AFC West is probably the other best division in football. So I mean, it probably is. I'm gonna say it's just better than the NFC West, even though I'm an NFC West fan.
Well, it's just because
given how bad the Seahawks are gonna be, like.
So this matchup is. I'm excited to see how the new Raiders offense performs with Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. But I haven't seen it in action, so I don't know how well they're playing together. Kind of how I don't think Devontae Adams is going to be as productive as he was with Aaron Rodgers. So I'm trying not to. I'm not looking at him as like that explosiveness of a player anymore. And I think overall, I do think the Chargers have the better roster.
Chargers roster is like actually fucking insane.
Yeah, their defense is fucking loaded, boy.
I know. You got Joey Bosa on one side, Khalil Mack on the other. What the?
And then they have
you got J.C. Jackson back there.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
got
say
Derwin James. Like it's gross.
They are loaded, and then on their offense they also have Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler and
Keenan Allen.
I'm going the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to be real contenders this year, and I think a lot of people do think that.
I know. Yeah, a lot of people agree with that. There's also a part of me that's like they are the Chargers though, and they always seem to lose games.
Find a way to lose games. Yeah.
Yeah. So you picked the Chargers in this one.
Yeah.
David picked the Raiders. I mean, I think the Chargers are the better team. And this is in LA. So give me the Chargers. Yeah, I guess. Okay. But I think the Raiders are also good. I don't want to make that seem like I think they're bad.
No, yeah, I'm not saying the Raiders are bad either. I'm just curious to see how they perform with Devontae Adams and.
I think both West divisions could have 3 teams in the playoffs. I also thought that last year though too. So.
Yeah, it was. Spiteful pick is what David said. Next up, we have the Chiefs versus the Cardinals. Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
I think everyone. I
expect
in here.
the Cardinals to play good because that's what they do at the beginning of every season.
Yeah.
But let's not get this twisted, boys.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have Patrick fucking Mahomes.
They have.
Right?
Yeah. They got the boy. All right.
And the Cardinals defense is no longer good either. So yeah.
It's
just gonna be that game is gonna be like 38-35 or some crazy high scoring game.
Everyone knows.
Give me the Chiefs.
Everyone knows how against Kyler Murray I am. So. Next up, David also went the Chiefs on that one. That's a pretty unanimous pick there. Next up, we have the Bucks versus the Cowboys.
And this is Sunday Night Football, right?
Yes, sir. This is the Sunday Night Football matchup, and then next up after this will be the Monday Night matchup with the Broncos in Seattle. But right now we are looking at Bucks Cowboys. So
who's the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Michael?
I think
it's that average dude named Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, he was like a fifth round pick or something like that.
6th rounder, I think.
Yeah.
I absolutely just shit to your quarterback, Tom Brady. If you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic, and I'm picking the Bucks because they have Tom Brady.
I'm picking the Bucks because one, I hate the Cowboys, and I think the Bucks are going to be one of the best teams in the NFC this year again because of Tom Brady. So.
We thought we were through with him.
Yeah.
There was a month there where
he hit us with the old psych. The old psych.
I know. He was like, lol, you thought.
He hit us with the reverse Uno code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's back, and we're going to pick the Bucks because if you pick against Tom Brady, you're stupid.
Yeah. Saying that, David also picked the Bucks. Then last but not least, we have the
Russell
Denver,
Wilson's.
the Russell Wilson returns to Seattle as a Bronco to take on the Seattle Seahawks, who are expected to be a.
Which is that right there, like what Mikey just said, that storyline is the only reason this is Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Because the Seahawks might legitimately be the worst
Yeah.
team in the NFL.
They might be.
Like,
They're going to be down there with like the Jets and
them
like
the
Jaguars.
Falcons and the Jets are going to be that fucking bad. All right,
Yeah. Their QB competition was Drew Lock and Geno Smith, which Geno
and
Smith
their
won, by the
defense
way.
is awful.
Like,
They have good receivers, but who is getting them the football? Geno Smith is in week 1.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
that team is looking so bad. And obviously, I think we're going. David chose Broncos. I'm choosing Broncos, and I'll just type in Broncos for Casey because I think this is a very clear
I think
pick.
the Seahawks might score like 10 points in this game. Like, I don't have any
And
faith in them.
I think Russell Wilson's gonna explode in his return to Seattle.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to let Russ cook, and they're going to destroy the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Broncos are looking like a pretty scary team this year. They're looking good on both sides of the football now. So.
But they are in a division that is insanely loaded, so I think they'll get their ass beat like a bunch. Like, not like actually lose games, but just get beaten up. Like, I don't. Yep.
Ooh, I just realized I had myself muted. Okay, so that's all of our picks there. Now, what we're going to do is next week when we redo the video, next week we'll be doing all the picks besides the Monday Night Football will be on probably as we're shooting the video, and we'll kind of talk about that throughout the next video. So yeah, so those are our picks, and we'll come back to these next video and see who is on top with how many points we got right.
Yeah, how we did, and then we'll make the next week's pick too.
Yeah,
so it's going
next
to be
week's.
very, very football heavy, but that
Yeah.
makes sense because there's not a whole lot else right now. Basketball has not even started yet, so.
Yes, sir.
Baseball we'll talk a little bit about as the playoffs approach, but it's pack time now.
It's pack
and we
time.
are going to do a 2021 cello pack, assorted cello pack rip, I guess, just to like introduce the new NFL season. So we got these 4 packs right here. We got Panini Absolute Football, we got Donruss Elite Football, we got Panini Prizm Football, and we got Panini Mosaic Football. So we'll run through the prices as we open them too. So.
Yep, and if you guys also don't hear us say the prices, just look in the description, and we have the prices listed as we usually do. So.
As we normally do. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras. Oh my gosh. Why did you turn on a light again? Why?
You're doing really good, buddy. Pretty good view you have on right there. Can maybe have them zoomed in like a tiny bit, because the words at the very bottom there look super small. Pull it back maybe again. Let me see if it gets better when you pull it back to where you were at, like next to the table. Look down. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It's just that text in the bottom of that card is not going to come through, so it's all good.
Yeah, I'll just read what it says. All right, let's get going. So these are some recent pickups. They're just 2 cards. I really like Jamar Chase. I really like Justin Jefferson both. I think since the quarterbacks in this particular draft that just happened are so bad, I think that might cause the wide receiver market to go up a little bit. So I bought some Jamar Chase rookie cards. These are both numbered. So
I like that LSU one a lot.
These are both out of Phoenix. So we got the rookie risings right here, which has Jamar Chase in his Bengals uniform back there, and then in his LSU. And if you flip it over, it also has both teams back there, so that's kind of cool.
I like
this
that.
one's
I like that card a lot, actually.
This one's numbered to 199, and then we have the Jamar Chase Heat Wave out of Phoenix too. And this one's numbered to 175. So both numbered, both short prints. I like my numbered cards. I like Jamar Chase, and I like Phoenix. I think Phoenix makes cool looking cards.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say that's.
I
I've
bought
never seen this
these.
before, I don't think, and I'm really loving that Jamar Chase, the rookie rising one.
Yeah. In case you guys are wondering how much I spent, both of these I bought off the same dude. $15 total. All right. So it's nothing like crazy. Not spending a ton of money. Um. Now let's do some packs. We're gonna start off with Absolute Football first because it's the cheapest out of it. We got a 20 card value pack. Find 3 green parallels. Obviously, with Absolute, you're looking for the kabooms. This one will run you $15 on eBay.
Yes,
Is the
sir.
cheapest buy now you can get
Yeah,
right
this is
now.
the $15. Then the next 3 after this are all 20.
Are all 20-ish, like 1920. Um so that's what your base looks like. This is a base Julio Jones, but we're just gonna skip through the base pretty quick. Not mention names until we get to
The important cards.
rookies and
And
parallels. All right, first rookie card is Panay Sewell. You know how we like to do. We like to
offensive
get
lineman.
linemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's cool about Absolute is the rookie cards are chrome, right? They're chromium cards, so they have that nice shine to them. Whereas the vets are just the white
Yeah,
cards.
that's pretty
So
cool.
yeah. So Panay Sewell. We got absolute unsung heroes. Jason Kelsey, another
Same.
offensive lineman. Let's go. We got
Kadarius Toney.
introductions. Kadarius Toney. So you got the NFL, his Giants jersey, and then his Florida Gators jersey. Um, we got Patrick Surtain. Now we got some corner love. We gotta love it. Okay, we got Trevor Lawrence. Not bad. Some T-Law action. We got a Kadarius Toney again. We got Larry Roundtree the third, a running back for he's in his freaking uh what's that called?
Yeah, it was
Combine
a
stuff.
combine. There we go. That's the word.
What? Like what? Oh, we got Trey Sermon. Mikey, any news you want to say about Trey Sermon for
Uh,
the?
he is no longer on the 49ers roster. Thank God.
Yeah, they
What
cut
a
his
fucking
ass,
waste
which
of a pick that
is
was, bro.
third rounder,
Oh
guys,
boy.
not some sixth rounder, third rounder from a year ago, and he already cut. That's bad. Tommy Trimble, I don't know who that is, and the Kid Reporter. So that is fairly common for an absolute pack. You're not gonna get anything. Everyone's like, "Oh, chase the kabooms." I think bad choice, but people like absolute, so I had to get one. But I would say don't buy absolute. Um, Obviously, if you pull a kaboom, you're gonna be happy, but that's like 1 in 1,000. So I don't actually know what the odds are, but it seems like that. Now we're moving on to Donruss Elite Football, one of my favorite sets. And you get how many in this? 30 cards. Look for exclusive pink parallels is what we're looking for in the Donruss Elite. This one runs
Oh
you
yeah, pink
20.
parallels. Yeah, I remember those.
So I just think their cards look sick. That's why I
No,
like
yeah,
them.
they do.
Like as far as a base card, that is a cool base card. And
I
that's
agree.
cool. Tre'Davious White, Tyreek Hill. Again, let's just skip through the base.
Lots and lots of base.
Lots and lots of base. Yeah, they. Oh, there's Trey Lance
Hey.
in his North Dakota State University Bison's jersey right there. Let's go. We got full throttle. Derrick Henry. Top speed of 21.62 miles per hour. That's kind of an interesting looking card. We got again more base. They just decided to throw some more base at us. I hope that wasn't all we got out of this. I hope
It's
not.
looking pretty rough.
I mean, there's a cool Jerry Rice card, but oh boy, is that? Oh my God, that is all we got.
Oof,
Woo!
that was a rough pack, dude.
Woo!
What was that?
Yikes! One rookie. Granted, it was Trey Lance, so maybe that's worth a buck. But good lord, that was bad. And a running back card.
Yeah, that was
Yikes.
that was a big old yikes, is what that was.
And I put them all in the wrong pile. These are all supposed to be in the shit tier base card pile, which is right here. Did we even see pink? I don't even know what does the pink look like. It said look for exclusive pink parallels. What the hell was pink?
Maybe there's one a little further down. I see it in the corner of your palm. Keep going. That one? Like I don't. One you just passed?
Chase
No.
Young?
Go back one. That card has some pink on it. I don't know. Regardless, it's not going to be worth anything. So.
Yeah, they're not rookies, so who the hell cares? All right, that sucked ass. Now Prizm. We know what you get in Prizm. You get red, white, and blues in a special little package on the back. Look for silvers and greens on the inside. That's where you get your value. Everyone loves Prizm. 12 cards in this one, 3 cards in this one. Also $20, by the way, which is crazy that this is the same price as Donruss Elite. I would say that Prizm's a better buy there, even though I like Donruss Elite. AJ Brown, Miles Jack, Tyler Higbee, Dalvin Cook, Andy Dalton, Joe Theismann, Brian Dawkins, Lambjack, Zeke, Javon Holland rookie card.
Who?
Okay, we do have a green, but it's not a rookie. Damn it. Roquan Smith.
Boy,
And then Emergent Najee Harris. That's what you want, is your only good card to be an insert out of Prizm.
Hey, we still got the bonus
Yikes.
pack, dude, right?
Whoo! Bonus pack.
Please, bonus pack. Please.
Please, please, please. 3 cards. Van Jefferson from the... Okay, do you think we have a rookie on the back? Darnell Savage.
Okay.
And then, yep, rookie. So let's give it a rotate. Let's slow roll the team. Los Angeles Rams. What?
Wait, so that can't. Who could that can't? That's like nobody, right?
I don't even know who that is. Ernest Jones. Ugh. This is supposed to be like a let's get excited for the new season opening here, guys. And we're catching fat L.
Catching a real fucking fat L right now.
Yeah. All right. Last pack is Mosaic 2021. 3 exclusive Mosaic camo pinks in the back. The camo pinks, classic Mosaic Cello pack exclusive. God, we gotta get something good out of those. This also runs you $20. So exactly same as Prizm. You have the 12 cards in the normal pack, and then you got your bonus pack with the parallels. Mosaic and Prizm are often compared to each other because they're both chromium, and you can get some good shit out of them. Julio Jones, Jared Goff, Ryan Tannehill, Cooper Kupp, Tommy Brady, Super Bowl MVPs.
Who's that?
Yeah, Man of the Year, LaDainian Tomlinson. AFC, Joe Shiesty. You got a green Mosaic, Darren Waller for the Las Vegas Raiders. Oof. Lame sauce, David. Jalen Hurts, bang. Eagles at Cardinals. That's what you want from your Mosaic Silvers, is to be a vet, Cortland Sutton. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is
Josh Palmer rookie, and the rookie is Trey McKinney.
Bro, what?
Bro, actual L fest on this. Ugh.
This was disgusting. I don't think we pulled a single card that's going to go over like $1, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we essentially just lost all of the money. Unless this bonus pack. Bonus pack. Please. Please give us something that we can at least say it's worth $5. Pink camo, Bobby Wagner. Rookie. New York Jets. Could be a Zach Wilson. But if this guy's face is not white, we already know it's not him. It's not a white face. It's Elijah Moore. Okay. And then not a running back, or sorry, not a rookie, and it looks like Antonio Gibson.
Oh, boy.
Oh, what a cry!
Yeah, that was bad.
I know we've had some bad openings on here, but that might have been worse.
That was
because that's like $75 worth of absolute shit. Like, what's even the highlight? You know, like, what are we saying? Like, if we were like cringy and made thumbnails, like, what are we even putting as the thumbnail card? The Trey Lance, maybe, or the T-Law bases that are worth like $1. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. I threw up inside,
Yeah,
Michael.
so did I. I was
At least I get to talk to my boy.
that
That's what I think about whenever
there
I
there
pull
there
straight
there
shit. Is I'm like, at least I get to talk to my
there
boy.
wasn't a single card that I saw that I was like, I'm gonna pull up 130 points.
Like, I want to be like, oh, let's open something else just to get better. But I don't. You know,
You
the
can't.
vibes are so bad. I don't
No,
even know if that's
I
happening.
wouldn't do that because you don't want to spoil the other packs, dude. You got that bad
Yeah.
the bad energy right now. We don't want that.
Yeah, we got a bad juju going for us right now.
That juju's got to be on, boy.
And plus, $75 is no chump change that we already opened. So I
That was
don't.
rough.
I'm only sleeving 2 cards. They're the quarterbacks. Only cards that are even getting a penny sleeve.
Fuck, that was rough. All right. All right, guys.
Go for
Oh
it.
wait, what? I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys, and that is it for episode 30 of Sonoran Sports Cards. We went over the Donovan Mitchell trade, some home run updates, the English Football Premier League (EPL), right? Is it EPL?
EPL,
The
yep.
EPL news, and then we did our Week 1 pick'ems for the NFL. Talked about who we thought was going to win. David also made his picks, and we're gonna keep tally of that every single week of the season this entire season, and see who's getting more picks right on who we think is going to win. So we'll circle back to that
And,
next Monday.
and in case you guys are wondering what we're competing for, it's always bragging rights in our group. We talk shit to each other
It's
all
just
the
so
time.
it's just so I can say I'm better than them. That's all it's for.
Mhm.
But yeah, as always, guys, if you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell to see when we go live, and you can chat with us like David is here in the chat channel over here.
And we used to say, like, hit us up if you saw any cards that you want to buy from us, but you know, fuck that.
Dude,
don't
buy any of
don't
that.
buy any of this
That
shit.
was that was some rough pack openings. If you guys were here for the whole video, you saw that we basically, I don't think we opened up a single card that was worth more than $1. So it was pretty bad vibes all around. But yeah, guys, we will be back next Monday. Oh, I guess Lunas is also in the chat, but we will be back. Shout out. We will be back, guys, next Monday. I believe I should be able to do next Monday. Casey, you good for next Monday? All right, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Monday.
Peace.